So what is Yin Yoga? In this Q&A session today, I hope to answer that question and several other questions that you might have about the practice of Yin Yoga. Hi, I'm Beth, and if you've been to my channel before, you probably already know I'm a certified yoga instructor, also a licensed clinical psychologist. And here on my channel, I teach several different yoga styles, including Hatha yoga, restorative yoga, and Yin yoga. What you might not know is what exactly Yin is. It's one of my favorite styles to practice and to teach, and so I want to tell you a little bit more about it today. So, the first question, what is Yin Yoga? Well, Yin is a quiet practice. The Yin part of the name comes from it being slower, more passive than other forms of yoga, which we might term more active or Yang practices. In Yin, we call it a functional practice because the specific function is to feel certain sensations in our tissues. And it's not at all about what the poses look like on the outside. It's a very personalized practice with three important principles. So the first principle is finding the edge. That's not your maximum. It's more your Goldilocks part where you're feeling just enough stretch, just enough sensation in the pose. The second principle is stillness. This is the quiet part of Yin. Once we find that edge, we grow still. And then the third is to hold for a period of time. So the holds in Yin can be about 3 to 5 minutes. They can be 10 to 15 minutes. It's just generally this period of a longer hold, a passive hold, and that's why we're not going to our maximum, because we're there for quite a bit of time. Okay, so now that you know what Yin Yoga is, the next question is, why practice Yin Yoga? Well, Yin Yoga is designed to address our connective tissues. So more active or Yang forms of yoga really get into the larger muscle groups. Those are worked quite a bit. The connective tissues is our fascia, the lining that's covering our muscles, the tendons, the ligaments. These are the areas that we're addressing in Yin by moving more slowly and giving our body time to stress those tissues that maybe get overlooked in other forms of practices. So Yin is a great form of yoga to gently increase mobility, to increase flexibility without having to get in really bizarre or difficult positions. It's also a practice that helps release physical tension from the body. And because we're holding the practice in stillness, holding those poses for a long period of time, it really gives us an opportunity to help start to quiet our minds. So Yin has wonderful benefits for both physical and for mental health. And so another question I see a lot is, why are the names different in Yin Yoga? Well, this has a really simple answer. Some of the poses in Yin are the same poses that we would do in more active forms of yoga in Hatha yoga. For example, if you're kneeling on the ground in a lunge, we call that lunge, or by the Sanskrit name, Anjaneyasana asana. In Yin, we call that pose dragon. And that's just part of getting yourself out of that Yang mindset of really going to your maximum and feeling a lot of sensation. It helps us shift to the idea of Yin, of being more passive in the poses, only going to the point where you feel some sensation and then stopping, because we are going to be there for a while. So you want to be able to sustain that sensation in your own perfect range, not in the maximum, not in somebody else's range, but your own range. This is where Yin is really personalized to you. Another question that might come up is, why are props used in Yin? Why do I need props? Why should I use props? Well, I love props in every single form of yoga. They play a unique role in Yin. If you are holding yourself in a position for a long period of time, in order to stay in that position, if I have my arm, even if I'm lying on the ground, if my arm is over my head, it might start to get tired. And so if I have a blanket supporting my arm or a block to support, that can help me stay in the range of the pose that I want to stay in, the exact right pose dose for me, without having to shift or change. So the props allow us to be comfortable in the pose. They also allow parts of the body that aren't being stressed, that aren't working, that aren't the target area, to be comfortable and relaxed in the pose. So if I'm doing a pose where the target area is my back, I might want a support under my head so that my neck doesn't have to work, so that my shoulders can soften. All right, final question. And this one is one of the most common confused questions, the common misconceptions about yin. What is the difference between yin yoga and restorative yoga? If you look at the two practices, if you just look at a photo of yin versus restorative, it might look very similar. You might see the pose on the floor, you might see props being used, but there is one important key difference between yin and restorative yoga. So for yin, I've mentioned several times, we're looking for a stretch. You can think of it as a stress on the tissues, an area of sensation. Those are the targets of yin. That's what makes yin the functional practice. In restorative yoga, we're looking to relax, but no stretch. That's a really important emphasis of restorative yoga, is the props are used to support the body so that the body is not stretching at all. It's simply releasing into the props. Yin has that similarity for the parts of your body that aren't working. We certainly want those parts of the body to soften and be relaxed. But then there's going to be a target area, whether it's the front of the thighs, the lower back, sometimes the upper body. The target area is going to be that time under tension, that stress for a period of time. So I hope that this short video helps you to understand a little bit more about what yin yoga is all about. If you haven't tried it, I've got a number of yin yoga practices, including some that are very appropriate for beginners. Please comment below if you have additional questions that I didn't answer. I'd be very happy to answer them below. Let me know what you think, and next time you try one of my yin practices, comment to tell me what you thought of that as well.